Life is a journey filled with challenges, growth, and countless opportunities. Along the way, we often focus on the end goals, dreams we strive to achieve, the milestones we aim to reach. But in the pursuit of these big objectives, we sometimes forget to celebrate the small victories that pave the way to success. It's easy to overlook the little wins, yet they are the true markers of progress and the foundation of our achievements. Today, I want to talk about the importance of recognizing and celebrating those small wins, and how they can inspire and motivate us to continue pushing forward, no matter how far away the ultimate goal may seem. We often hear that health is wealth, but how often do we truly reflect on what that means in our own lives, especially when we're caught up in the whirlwind of academic pressures, work, and personal responsibilities? When we talk about health, we usually think of physical fitness, the gym, healthy food, and sleep. While those are incredibly important, there's an equally vital aspect that often gets neglected: our mental health. In today's fast-paced world, many of us, especially students, feel the weight of expectations and the constant pressure to perform at our best. However, if we are not mentally well, no matter how hard we push ourselves, we can't function at our optimum level. Our minds need care just as much as our bodies do. This means taking time to rest, reducing stress, and being kind to ourselves. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking breaks can do wonders in keeping your mind sharp and your emotions balanced. On the physical side, maintaining a routine of exercise, eating nutritious foods, and getting enough sleep are crucial. Physical activity doesn't have to mean intense workouts. Something as simple as a daily walk or stretching can help keep your body strong and your energy levels high. Nutrition also plays a key role. Fueling your body with the right foods improves focus and overall well-being. When we prioritize our health, both mental and physical, we not only feel better, but we also perform better. Your body and mind are interconnected. When one is neglected, the other suffers. Taking care of yourself isn't just about looking good or feeling good in the moment. It's an investment in your long-term happiness and success. So, remember to check in with yourself regularly. Prioritize your health, because without it, everything else will feel like an uphill battle. One of the most powerful tools we have in life is time. The way we manage our time can determine whether we achieve our goals or feel constantly overwhelmed. Time is something we can never get back, so it's essential that we make the most of every moment. Especially when balancing studies, fun, and personal growth, managing your time effectively becomes crucial for success and peace of mind. The first step to good time management is to recognize that it's not just about getting things done, but about doing the right things at the right time. It's about prioritization. We live in a world where distractions are everywhere: social media, friends, or simply procrastination. But learning to focus on what truly matters makes all the difference. Instead of trying to juggle everything at once, create a schedule that reflects your most important priorities. One of the most effective strategies is to break your tasks down into smaller, manageable chunks. The idea of a big project or exam can be intimidating, but when you divide it into specific tasks, whether it's reading a chapter, completing an assignment, or practicing a particular skill, it becomes much more achievable. This approach not only prevents procrastination, but it also helps you track progress and stay motivated. Moreover, make sure you're allocating time for both work and rest. It's easy to fall into the trap of overworking in the name of productivity, but burnout is real. You need to incorporate breaks, time for hobbies, and moments to relax and recharge. After all, a rested mind works more efficiently and is far more creative than one that is constantly fatigued. In essence, time management is about being intentional with your moments. It's about creating balance, setting clear boundaries, and staying disciplined with your goals. By mastering time, you can achieve more, feel less stressed, and live a more fulfilling life. Saying no is one of the most powerful yet often underappreciated skills we can develop. In a world that constantly demands our time and attention, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to please everyone and saying yes to every request or opportunity that comes our way. But what we fail to realize is that every time we say yes to something that doesn't align with our priorities, we are, in essence, saying no to something else that might be more important. Learning to say no isn't about being rude or dismissive. It's about recognizing your limits and respecting your time and energy. It's a form of self-care. We often take on too much because we don't want to disappoint others, or we fear missing out on something important. However, constantly overextending ourselves can lead to burnout, stress, and feelings of resentment. And when we're overwhelmed, we're no longer able to give our best to the things that truly matter. The key to saying no is to understand your values and priorities. When you are clear about what is important to you, whether it's your studies, your personal growth, or your mental and physical health, you'll find it much easier to make decisions that honor those values. Saying no allows you to protect your time and focus on what will bring you closer to your goals. It's also important to realize that saying no can be a form of respect for yourself and for others. It means being honest about what you can realistically handle and offering alternatives or suggestions when appropriate. And while it may feel uncomfortable at first, over time, you'll find that saying no empowers you to live a life that is intentional, balanced, and aligned with your true desires. In a world where productivity is often praised above all else, we can sometimes forget the importance of play. Play isn't just for children. It's an essential part of being human. Whether it's engaging in a hobby, spending time with friends, or simply relaxing, play is a vital aspect of our well-being, creativity, and growth. Making time for fun and enjoyment isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. When we think of play, it can take many forms. For some, it's sports. For others, it's gaming, painting, or just hanging out with loved ones. No matter the form, the act of playing allows us to disconnect from the pressures of daily life and recharge. It helps reduce stress, sparks creativity, and refreshes our minds and bodies. It's during these moments of play that we often experience our greatest bursts of inspiration and insight. Our brains need a break to process information and form new connections, and play provides that space. Beyond the physical and mental benefits, play is also about connection. Whether you're laughing with friends or sharing a fun activity with family, these moments build stronger relationships and help us cultivate joy. When we engage in activities that bring us joy, we remind ourselves that life is not all about work and striving for success. There's a beauty in just being present and enjoying the moment. Furthermore, making time for play helps us keep perspective. Life can become overwhelming when we focus solely on responsibilities and obligations. By carving out time for fun, we remember that balance is key. Play is not a distraction. It's a necessary part of the journey that fuels our happiness, creativity, and ultimately our success. So, don't forget to play. It's the key to living a full, well-rounded life. In the hustle of assignments, exams, and deadlines, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. We often get caught up in the routine of studying without truly understanding why we're doing it or how it connects to our long-term goals. However, finding purpose in your studies is one of the most powerful ways to stay motivated, focused, and committed to your academic journey. When you connect your education to a larger sense of purpose, studying stops feeling like a task or obligation and transforms into a meaningful pursuit. Think about why you chose your field of study in the first place. Whether you dream of becoming a doctor, an engineer, a writer, or an entrepreneur, your studies are the foundation for your future success. By reminding yourself of the bigger goals you want to achieve, your studies will take on greater significance. Purpose can also be found in the impact your education will have on the world. Every piece of knowledge you gain, every skill you master, is an opportunity to contribute to something larger than yourself. Perhaps you're studying to solve global issues, to innovate in technology, or to inspire others with your creativity. When you realize that what you're learning today can shape the future, the work feels less like a chore and more like a responsibility to make a difference. Even on the days when the work feels overwhelming or monotonous, try to find the meaning behind it. Whether it's mastering a challenging concept or working toward a certification, your studies are building the skills, knowledge, and confidence you'll need to thrive. By finding purpose in your studies, you can push through challenges and remain inspired, knowing that each step is bringing you closer to your dreams. We often hear that growth is a natural part of life, but what we don't always recognize is that true growth comes from facing and overcoming challenges. It's easy to imagine growth as a smooth, upward trajectory, but in reality, it's more like climbing a mountain. The steeper the incline, the more difficult the climb, and the more rewarding the view at the top. Challenges, whether academic, personal, or professional, are opportunities in disguise. They push us out of our comfort zones and force us to learn, adapt, and develop new skills. Without them, we would remain stagnant, and our potential would never be fully realized. Think about the last time you faced something difficult. It could have been a challenging exam, a tough project, or a personal setback. At the time, it may have felt like a struggle, but once you made it through, you probably emerged stronger, more capable, and more confident. Challenges help us build resilience. Every obstacle we face teaches us something new. Whether it's how to manage stress, how to think critically, or how to persevere when things aren't going our way. These lessons are invaluable and can shape the person we become. In fact, growth isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about learning to embrace them and use them as stepping stones. Moreover, overcoming challenges often leads to a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction that boosts our self-esteem. It reinforces the idea that we are capable of achieving more than we think. So, rather than fearing challenges or seeing them as barriers, we should view them as opportunities for growth. The more we face and overcome, the more we unlock our potential, paving the way for greater success and fulfillment. In the end, it's the challenges that define us and propel us toward greatness. In a world full of distractions, expectations, and ever-changing trends, it's easy to lose sight of what truly ignites your soul. The pressure to conform, to follow the conventional path, or to chase what others deem as successful, can sometimes cloud our vision of what truly matters to us. That's why it's so important to stay true to your passion, because it's the fuel that will keep you motivated and lead you to a fulfilling life. Passion is more than just an interest or hobby. It's the thing that makes you feel alive, the activity that brings you joy and purpose. It's the force that drives you even when the road is tough. When you pursue something you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like you're in your element. Whether it's writing, art, music, sports, technology, or anything else, your passion is what will keep you going when things get difficult, and it will be the thing that makes your journey uniquely yours. One of the most empowering things you can do is to follow your own path, regardless of the noise around you. Society often pushes us to fit into a predefined mold, but true success doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from daring to be different, to be authentic, and to build a life that aligns with your heart's desires. It's also important to remember that passion is not always a straight, clear path. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's uncertain, but it's always worth pursuing. Even if it seems unconventional or doesn't fit traditional definitions of success, staying true to your passion will lead to growth, fulfillment, and a deep sense of satisfaction. So, Never let go of what excites you, because your passion is what will ultimately light the way to your greatest achievements and a life that feels truly your own. In the pursuit of big goals, we often overlook the small victories along the way. We get so focused on the end result that we forget to acknowledge the progress we're making in the present moment. Yet, it's the small wins that truly matter. They are the stepping stones that lead to bigger successes and help build momentum as you move forward on your journey. Celebrating small wins is about more than just marking a moment. It's about recognizing your effort and progress, no matter how small it may seem. Whether you've aced a small exam, completed a task on your to-do list, or taken a step toward mastering a new skill, those are all victories worth celebrating. These moments of achievement not only bring a sense of accomplishment, but also reinforce the idea that every step forward, no matter how tiny, is still a step toward your larger goals. When you take the time to celebrate small wins, you're creating a positive feedback loop. Each win boosts your confidence, increases your motivation, and reminds you that you're capable of achieving more. It's easy to get discouraged when the bigger goal feels distant or overwhelming, but by acknowledging the progress you've made, you build a sense of pride and satisfaction that keeps you energized and focused. Celebrating doesn't always have to be grand or elaborate. It could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite meal, taking a moment to appreciate your hard work, or sharing your achievement with a friend or loved one. These celebrations are a way to honor your dedication, hard work, and perseverance. So, next time you reach a small milestone, take a moment to celebrate. These small wins are the building blocks of your future success and remind you that every step forward is something to be proud of.